So, I decided to talk about this trailer, well, the new trailer and the previous trailer for The Legend of Tarzan. A movie, one of those movies I forget about, but it's not because I hate it, it's just that, there's so many movies coming out this year that I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming out too. So, Legend of Tarzan. I like that this isn't trying to be like a reboot of Tarzan, because honestly, what's there to reboot from the Tarzan films? Because all of them were a majority of them were standalone movies to begin with, so they're pretty much one and dones. But this one looks like it already has a set universe. It already has a set story for it, rather than try to do like an origin story for the umpteenth time with Tarzan. With this one, it looks like it's Tarzan going back to the jungle. So Tarzan rises. It's literally him trying to get back into the swing of things, pun intended, and to try and, he's gone back to Africa after, it looks like years after marrying Jane, and, he's now gone back to the jungle to stop, Christoph Waltz, that's the name I was looking for, yeah, Christoph Waltz from, doing something evil. So, I like this. It's CGI everywhere. No, seriously, there is so much CGI in this movie. It's wow. And some of it just does not look good. But I'm hoping it gets cleaned up by the end. The closer we get to the movie, because this is coming out in July. But yeah, I like the idea of Tarzan going back to the jungle and relearning everything. What also interests me is that they're going to have some other people alongside there. You have Samuel L. Jackson as George Washington Williams, who, for those that don't know who that guy is, George Washington Williams was a real dude who was part of the he was an American Civil War veteran, and he was one of the few African-American commanding officers during the Civil War, and he led several skirmishes. If I remember right, he did a few things in Africa. So I think it's cool that they're trying to integrate some historical facts in here, some historical stuff in here. Christoph Waltz's character is Captain Leon Rom, who is again another real character. I mean, real person. Was a real person. Not much I know about him, however. That person. We also have apparently John Hurt, and Margaret Robbie as Jane Porter, who, man, Margaret Robbie, ever since Wolf of Wall Street, she's been getting a lot of work, hasn't she? She's been in a ton of movies leading up to her appearance in Suicide Squad, and man, every time I see her, she's in every movie, I'm like, man, she is damn good. She is really damn good. And so, yeah, I think it's cool that they're playing Jane, and yeah, the thing with Tarzan and Jane is that, it's one of those relationships much like Superman and Lois Lane, as well as Mary Jane and Peter Parker. It's very much like those are the relationships you think of when you think of, even though I guess you could call Tarzan a superhero. It's one of those relationships you think of that always, if there's one character, there's always that love interest no matter what. So it's kind of like that story. What I also like is they're going with the Lord. They're calling Tarzan Lord Greystoke, who that was his identity outside. His the title he took of Lord Greystoke in Africa, and yeah, it kind of stuck in a majority of the novels as well as a lot of the comics. They call it, Tarzan may be his real name, but he goes by that title of Lord Greystoke. And I think that's cool that they're actually using that in this film, because I don't think it's been used in a film before. I mean, in the literary stuff, it has in comics and books, but I don't think it's ever been used in... The Lord Greystoke thing has never been used in the movies, at least to my knowledge. I think, we've got a solid cast here, but here's the thing, and this kind of irked me, and I can't be the only one who thought this. There's a point in this trailer, especially the second trailer, there's a point in this trailer, in the second one, I mean, where a herd of wildebeest, apparently under Tarzan's command, goes stampeding into this little country. I mean, not, why did I say country? Town. I am not, my brain is not working 100% today. But yeah, they storm into town, and you see Tarzan there, and there's even moments where he has, like, the apes under his control, a lion, he's got all these animals. And at one point I thought to myself, okay, is this Tarzan or a remake of The Beastmaster? No, really, like, there's some moments I was thinking, were they trying to do Beastmaster, but then it just became Tarzan along the way? I don't know. Oh, man. But yeah, I also like how they're doing Tarzan's origin, briefly, bringing up his origin, that, he was quintessentially abducted by the gorillas, who are very nimble, apparently. Like, they're swinging through vines. I thought that was just something Tarzan learned from himself, but no, these gorillas are nimble, like they're like giant chimpanzees, apparently. Yeah, so his mom has apparently died of natural somehow in the jungle, and his father's, for lack of a better word, ripped to pieces by gorillas, and then one of them took baby Tarzan, and now we have this. So I think that's been done in a few novels here and there, and maybe a comic as well. But yeah, it's mostly been like, oh, you lost your parents in the jungle, not because of us. We'll take you home. But yeah, let's face it, guys. I'm really much looking forward to this. I'm always excited to see Tarzan in something, in one form or another. But let's face it, guys. When you think Tarzan, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Did you think the Disney movie? Is that what you thought? Me too. Let's face it, that when you think Tarzan, that's like a quintessential Tarzan movie, really, is Disney's adaptation of Tarzan. But I'm looking for a fun action film. I don't think this is going to be a deep film, even though we've got a really big cast here. I don't think the director, I'm looking at it right now, is David Yates, who David Yates has done a few things. I'm trying to think of all the movies he's done that I've seen. He's done a lot of the Harry Potter films. He did a majority of the Harry Potter films, and apparently he's doing Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So even though I'm not a Harry Potter fan, I know that those films were very successful, especially the ones he did. The Order of the Phoenix, I'm told, is very boring, but the Deathly Hallows is pretty good. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of The Legend of Tarzan? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.